Welcome to Glover Middle School. Along with us today is Melissa McFadgen from NAC Architecture. Couldn't be more excited about the partnership that we had. NAC is a special group, so they didn't come into this community and design something for us here at Glover Middle School. They really designed something with us, and we think we have some special things to reveal for you today.
Being here with Mark, it really was a phenomenal experience to be able to reimagine how to best serve students. The Counseling Center right here at the heart of where students are, it made every child, and hopefully will make every child, feel welcome. The administration is always available and ready to serve every child's unique needs. As we're standing here at the heart of the school, this is the transition zone between the learning commons and the nutritional commons, the area where all the students will be during the course of the day. One of the prime drivers and inspirations was making sure that this building was uniquely designed for this site.
I think what made the design process unique, not only NAC being at the table to help design with us, was a focus on, at every corner, the decisions we make, how does it impact our ability to ensure that a space creates a sense of unconditional belonging and access for students. So the idea across the entire school, and it really plays out within these learning commons right here, is it's a student space, right? There are unique opportunities for students to sit on the learning stairs here, or there's just small cutouts for students to work in small groups. You'll see a lot of glass throughout the building, and again, at every turn we wondered, how do we ensure that students feel like they belong, right, and that they're noticed. So one of the things that played out differently as well is we looked at what used to be separate spaces like a school cafeteria or the library. We thought, how can we take these once separate spaces like a cafeteria, like a library, and bring them into the heart of the school, and again make it feel like a place where everything is connected and where students are connected. So what's behind us right here really unfolds in what we call the library now. So it's central to our school, and I think presented us some really unique opportunities and NAC some opportunities to think through what is the heart of the school and how do we utilize these once separate spaces in a way that brings people together.
Here we're standing in an academic neighborhood, which as we were talking about the process and even just the term academic neighborhood, it goes very much to what Mark was saying, that instead of saying it's a classroom wing, this is a neighborhood, it's a community. All the staff, students, they're part of a greater whole. They have general education spaces, they have science rooms, there's a huddle room for spontaneous collaboration, group work. And what's really important about it is that there's no longer time spent going from corridor to corridor, these long travel times, and it's more time learning. It's more time sharing with your friend, with your teacher, having staff look across and see what the other group is doing and saying, hey, let's make this happen together. Really bringing curriculum together so that they're not isolated. The goal was all of those specialty spaces, art, music, CTE, that they're at the beginning of each of the academic neighborhoods. Lots of glass, really making it feel like the kids can look in and have their curiosity piqued and be able to say, boy, I never thought I'd like band, but I can see what they're doing and I'm excited. I want to give it a shot. And trying to expose kids in a very safe, comfortable environment to all the different academic opportunities that they have.
Previously, an adolescent entering middle school, you are generally entering a pretty disconnected experience as you kind of worked your way around the building, and you weren't cohorted with other students. So we've done that here, and this space really makes that possible because all of those core classes and the support classes are right within one neighborhood. So here's a science classroom that has unique opportunity to open into the neighborhood itself. So the space within the neighborhood, this is really also designed as a student workspace. So it's not just a corridor. So as the project unfolds, you'll find soft furniture sitting out here and students working out in these spaces. So you've got your science classroom here, and then it also connects to the math classroom right here. So the connectivity across classrooms, for us was essential, because if you can't have those spaces connected, it's really hard to produce connected experiences for students. Here's an example of when you look down into a CTE space, which is a pre-engineering kind of woodshop space. So students have full visibility of that right here. Those elective spaces are really built out as showcase spaces, and there's always an opportunity to look into those different spaces, and we're excited about that.
One of the exceptionally considerate and community-minded spaces that has been integrated in all of the new middle schools is a family and community resource center. The space is intentionally designed to welcome families. It even has a small infant area. At Glover, they have a lot of organizations and initiatives to help support families beyond just the classroom, including food, clothing, mental and kind of family support specialists. It's a space that will serve the entire Glover community and really foster that sense of supporting students beyond the classroom. It's supporting that entire student. And so this is one of the spaces, for me as an architect who does public work and knows that school is more than grades, this is one of those spaces that's going to transform people's lives.
So we've really touched on this being a space that brings a community together and students together and is well connected. I think the gym is a great example of that. It's a beautiful space, but we've also looked at how can we adjust our programming here at Glover and our master schedule to really maximize the opportunities that students have with these spaces. Similarly, you were talking about the Family and Community Resource Center. I think that also pairs well with the play structure that's going to be outside. It's about really that whole family experience. So we hope that we're a place that, after families in our community, have dinner, they take the kids and say, hey, let's go up to Glover. Because I know you want to play basketball on the outdoor courts, but I know your little sister wants to go play on the toys. And so just being mindful of how do we engage our community and seeing that play out in the Family Community Resource Center and the gym and the toys and the outside basketball courts. It's pretty phenomenal.